Scott, if we can start in the injury room, how's everybody looking at the moment?
Yeah, pretty good, to be fair. We're not far away now from having a full complement. We've obviously got the longer term one still. Callum Hendry is not miles away now. Starting to get out on the grass more and more, so we're probably looking at maybe another couple of weeks before he can be considered, I think. So, but everybody else is training now, pretty much. So yeah, we're not too far away.
How's Jonathan Lecco doing? He's a man that's been out for such a long time.
Yeah, Jonathan's more of a longer term one, but again, out on the grass, kind of doing more straight line running at the moment. But I think he's going to be probably the longest one out of everybody. But I must add, he's been really good around the place. I've liked his character. So yeah, he probably is potentially the longest term one.
In terms of, I suppose, overall fitness, a few weeks ago you said that the team isn't quite where you want it to be. How are they all comparing now? Are they a little bit further along the line? Yeah,
they are, definitely. I think you can see that in the performances. I think Saturday was the first time that their metres per minute was actually stronger in the second half than it was the first, which means that they're capable of maintaining a level now. The distances wasn't quite where we want them to be. However, it was quite a small pitch Saturday. And bit stop-starty at times, so we probably take that into consideration. But really pleased when you look at their metres per minute, it was quite good, quite impressive. So yeah, they're getting to where we want them to get to. And like I say, I think you can see that within the performances.
Did it feel a bit more like a performance that you wanted out of your side?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, for sure. I think it was an aggressive start. We looked like we wanted to run forward. We looked like we wanted to pass forward. We looked like we wanted to score goals from the very off, which I didn't think in the game before we did that. Do you know what I mean? So pleased with that, and I felt defensively we looked quite assured as well, apart from obviously the goal. And we played good football. You know, we passed the ball really well. It was pleasing to speak to Derek Adams after the game, who's a manager I really respect and know quite well. And he said that we were the best team that they've played so far. So that's always nice to hear another manager speak like that. So we'll take that. We'll take the 3 points and move on. But we've got another kind of task in the shape of Accrington Stanley tomorrow night. So you know, we're now recovered from Saturday and now preparing for this one.
After having a week in training, finally a weight off your mind, so you're at least able to get a few training sessions in. Are you happy with it being another midweek game, or would you have sooner had another week of training with them?
No, I don't think that I can ever complain about playing another game of football. I think that's kind of where the players improve more so than on the training ground. But yeah, it's always nice to have a clear week, but what's in front of us is in front of us, and you know, it doesn't make a jot of difference really. We've got to attack that game accordingly and prepare for it like we have today, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
When we spoke to Liam Kelly just after you'd signed, he said that he knows how you want him to play, and I think since you've taken over, we've started to see more and more of Liam Kelly emerge. Do you agree?
Yeah, completely agree. I watched a lot of the games before I come in, and didn't feel Liam was at the levels that I know he can get to for whatever reason. But I feel now that he's been really unlocked. I think that he's enjoying his football again. I think it's clear to see. I think he's playing with a bit of swagger. I think he completely controlled the game on Saturday, dominated it with the ball, but completely controlled the tempo of how we played. I thought he was excellent.
And he doesn't look afraid to try things as well. When there's something on that you think that most players wouldn't try, he's one to have a go for it.
He's very brave. You know, that's how he plays his football. He'll take the ball in tight areas, in dangerous areas as well, and he'll take it and he'll kind of get us playing in them deep areas and dictate the play, like I say, and he'll step forward and try things like you say, and obviously scored his goal as well. So no, listen, he's been unlocked in my opinion, and I think he's in a good place at the moment.
And it feels like he's sometimes could be in potentially other teams quite a luxury player to have, but to have him in your squad with the assets around you, it feels like he complements them as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, you know, he's somebody who wants to take the ball. He's somebody who wants to to dictate the play and kind of control the game, and I think he does it really well. We've got players in and around him who are also very good as well, and there's players kind of sitting on the sidelines who are very good. You look at the squad and you see the likes of Tom Carroll sitting on the bench but coming on and performing unbelievably as well in the minutes that he got on Saturday. So as a manager, I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing at the moment.
Is it tough then to make your team selection? Obviously, if you're winning, you probably don't want to change massive amounts, but when you've got players like you say, Tom Carroll, MJ Williams sat on the bench, it must be quite hard to tell these players no sometimes.
Of course, it is. But I think there's a long way to go. There's a lot of games to play. They will get their time on the pitch, and when they do, I'm hopeful that they'll make their moments count when they get on the pitch and stay in the team. At the moment, obviously we won Saturday, so you kind of feel that you don't want to change too much. But yeah, I think that the boys kind of in the squad who are not playing much football at the moment, my message to them would be ready, because in a minute you never know. Football's it's a long season and there's a lot of games and you know what it's like. Football's got a funny habit of making changes, unpredicted changes. So it could be injury, suspensions, dip in form, whatever it may be. Just be ready, and when they come in in the team and on the pitch, I hope they perform. Because I think there's some really good players here.
Accrington then, a team that looks like they've turned a bit of a corner of late. Yeah,
they've had the last 3 league games they've won. Watched a lot of them yesterday in detail. You can see that they've got a real togetherness and a real fighting spirit. Not quite sure. I think it's quite a difficult one to prepare for, because they've played with a back 4. They've also played with a back 3. So difficult to kind of work out what we think they'll do. Which is kind of, when that does happen, you can almost concentrate more so on yourself in your preparation. So that's what we've done. Like I say, it's a game we're really looking forward to, and one as well where we're at home, and we want to get that in my first home win out of the way. So it's important. And
back-to-back wins as well. Teams who want to do well in this division have got to start stringing results together, and so far Dons haven't been able to win back-to-back games, but it's just another hurdle in the way, isn't it? Yeah,
and I think that I've said this to the squad and to the staff, that we need to, if we're going to be serious about what we want to do this season, we need to start winning, not just back-to-back, but 4s and 5s. Start putting real kind of cluster of winning streaks together. That's what we need to do. You start winning 3, 4, 5 and 6 games in a row, all of a sudden you find yourself where you want to be. What we don't want to do is win a game, then draw a game, lose a game, win a game. You know what I mean? We need to start kind of becoming that machine where we're churning out wins. That's important to me. And we saw that last season, didn't we? A few teams towards the end were starting to put results together. Your Crawley side, of course, Doncaster did well towards the end of last season, and then the teams who are at the top of the table just constantly just winning machines all the time. If you put that together, you only need to really put 4 wins together 4 or 5 times this season, and you'll find yourself up and around it, definitely. And of course you pick your draws up along the way as well, and hopefully you get enough points to be in that top 3 for automatics, if not playoffs. But that's the aim. I'm not going to hide behind anything. I'm probably brave enough to say it in front of the camera. My aim is to get promoted. We're a little bit behind the 8 ball at the moment, we know that, but we're playing catch up, and we're playing catch up quite well at the moment. Do you think you're a little bit under the radar still in that sense? Yeah, possibly, which we're happy with. But yeah, we'll quietly go about our business and try and win as many games as we can and pick as many points up as we can, and then we get to January and see where we are, and of course I know the chairman's keen on adding, which I think will be good. And we go from there. I'll make your decision to pick a team even harder if you're adding. Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, I think the squad needs streamlining. I think it's really clear to see. There's a lot of players in there, but it needs probably sorting out more than anything. And whether that means adding as well as 1 or 2 going, we'll have to wait and see. Nice one. Thank you, mate. Thank you.